Hi, I'm Michty Maxx, and I'm here to share the makeup I wore to the Halestorm meet and greet and gig. It's a gothic, dark and grungy metal spiked makeup look, adding a touch of sparkle to my go-to matte black winged out eye and some black contouring to my standard red lip. It goes perfectly with some leather and a hot sweaty mosh pit where you want to scream, you want to shout, get excited when the lights go down. First, I prepared my lips with bepanthen ointment so they would be ready for the matte liquid lipstick at the end, and I primed my eyes with Too Faced Shadow Insurance all the way up to the brow and all over the lower lash line as well. Then I took the MAC Paint Pot in Blackground and my whittle finger to dab it along my lash line, and then took the outer V brush from Makeup Gig to blend the base up towards my crease as I pat more product on the outer corner, creating a winged out shape until I get my desired coverage, darkness and fade. Next, I used the MAC Paint Pot in Painterly and applied it with the Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush to my brow bone and patted it in with my finger down to the crease. I took the lightest shade in the Inglot eyeshadow number 101R on the Sigma E39 Buff and Blend brush to set that paint pot on my brow bone and inner crease. And I went in with a mix of the middle and darkest shades on the Sedona Lace EB09 blending brush, running that through my crease as a transition shade to make blending out the darker colors easier. Then I have this Sigma eyeshadow called Eiffel, which is a matte black base with sparkle throughout, and I used the Sigma E57 Firm Shader brush to pat that over my mobile lid just up to the crease to leave room for blending. I started buffing out the edge with the Firm Shader brush and then went in with the Makeup Geek Outer V brush and some more Sigma eyeshadow to wing out the shape and to bring the black into the crease in a controlled manner. I went back to the transition shade brush and smoothed over the edge, and then took the shade 0 from the Urban Decay Deluxe Shadow Palette with the Outer V brush and went at the black seam to completely remove the harsh line of black and get it to fade upwards. I also used the Sedona Lace EB09 with some 0 to really get this going, also bringing the shadow higher up onto the brow bone and further out towards my temples to make the look more dramatic. Then I made sure the black transitioned well into my skin tone by using more of the darker browns in that Inglot Rainbow Shadow on the same brush, and I brightened up the brow bone with more of that lightest shade. I made sure all the winged edges were soft and took some 0 with the denser Outer V brush to refine the eye shape, using the less pigmented black to blend out the deeper Sigma eyeshadow, but still keeping the intensity of the black at the crease. And going back to the softer blending brush in between is always necessary for a good gradient. Now I'm taking Firene Pixie Epoxy with the Firm Shader brush and patted some sticky base onto the lower part of my mobile lid to tackle the sparkle in the eyeshadow and really get the gorgeous Eiffel shade to shine on the lid. I dabbed on this layer of eyeshadow just up to the socket and tapped it on more lightly to fade it out into that 0 eyeshadow. I of course removed any fallout since I'm working with very dark shadows. Then I went to the Inglot Matte Gel Eyeliner in number 77 and used the Sigma E11 eyeliner brush to coat my tight line as well as my lower waterline. Before the eyeliner could set, I used the Makeup Geek pencil brush to smudge the product into my lashes and onto my lower lash line, also smudging the lower edge with a cotton bud, and I took the black into my tear duct too. With that same brush, I applied the Sigma Eiffel shadow over the liner, blended out the lower lash line, and joined the outer edge to the upper wing. I also used some 0 to fade out the edge and shape the makeup, not leaving out that ever-useful fluffy EB09 blending brush from Sedona Lace. I also created a soft point at the inner corner, but no sharp definition this time. I curled my eyelashes and went on to the Urban Decay 24/7 liquid eyeliner in Perversion to line my lashes, but omitting the wing because I just need a base for the false eyelashes. Then I applied a coat or two of CoverGirl Clump Crusher mascara to my upper lashes and plenty of MAC Extended Play Giga Black Lash Mascara to my lower lashes. I was deciding between these two sets of spiky false lashes and chose the Trixie lashes from Girls with Attitude to add a boost but not distract from the eyeshadow darkness. And I applied them with my new Georgie Beauty curved applicator. I did my usual eyebrows with the Benefit Browsings in Light and set them with Gimme Brow. I pinched my real and false lashes together with this open-ended eyelash curler so they blend into each other, and I disguised the glue and lash band with a thin line of Perversion eyeliner over the top. I did my usual face routine, and after I powdered, I darkened up my beauty spot with my eyebrow wax. Then I went back to the under eye area, blending my face powder over the eyeshadow and also taking the soft blending brush to merge the makeup together seamlessly. I used the Balm Merry Luminizer to highlight the tops of my cheeks with the Hakuhodo S113 highlight brush, and for blush some MAC Surf Baby Collection blush in My Paradise, angled up towards my temples. I did some final touches with the Inglot 101R shadow and then set my face with Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray, fanning that dry while I took out my hair so I give it more lift. I have these 6mm and 3mm spikes from the Born Pretty store, and I'm using Prozade adhesive to keep them on all night. I'm adding a line of glue dots following the angle of my eyeshadow with a pointed cotton bud, then picking up the spikes with tweezers and pressing them onto the dots of glue. I also added a very small amount of glue onto the spike base itself to make sure the adhesion is strong. You want to make sure that the glue has dried for a bit before you stick the spikes on. I love to wear spikes, and I thought I would create a very metal looking makeup for this gig, adding 2 large spikes and 2 small spikes next to my eyes, similar to the Lzzy Hale amped up makeup I created in these 2 tutorials in the cards above. I mean, how could I resist meeting Lzzy Hale in the makeup I created that was inspired by her awesome voice? Onto the lips, and I'm using MAC Prep and Prime Lip Base, then lining and filling in my lips with the very small stump of a MAC lip pencil in Cherry, creating my usual pointed Cupid's bow shape, but not really overlining my lips. Then I'm taking the NYX Slim Lip Liner pencil in Blackberry to contour and add some darkness from the corners and lower edge of my lips, lining on top of the red pencil, blending that into the red and adding more black on the top lip corners as well. And I'm using these Jeffree Star Velour liquid lipsticks, first taking Red Rum to fill in the center of my bottom lip and most of my top lip, then using Weirdo to shade in the corners, also using a lip brush to merge the black into the red and define the edge. These lipsticks blend together so easily, and you can even tap them in with your finger. I also used the tip of the brush to shore up the outer edge and brought the black lip pencil in to help with the definition too. And I decided to increase the black on the top lip corners to finish off. And there we have the makeup I wore to the Halestorm gig and signing, inspired by the makeup I love to wear on stage as well, and a massively dramatic version of Lzzy Hale's makeup that I've done a tutorial on previously. I have to say, it was awesome to be part of the genesis of something, since this was Halestorm's first ever Australian gig, and I had an absolutely kick-ass time meeting the band, rocking in the front row of the rock show, taking home some memories, and even a guitar pick. Halestorm are one of my favorite bands, and they make me believe that a heavy metal band can still make it today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this dramatic dark metal makeup tutorial, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos. Also check out my band and podcast on iTunes.